Welcome all. Today we are here with the new session and Rig Safety Officer Training Day 2. And today's session learning outcomes are following. One is organizational structure in rig and their functions. In this element, we will learn what are the different positions and different posts and different disciplines are in rig and what are their job responsibilities. I will try to mention here the brief job description for each position of the rig so that you all can have an idea what are their job responsibilities. And the second is rig crew training requirements. What the trainings are required to get a job in the rig. An individual who is aspiring to work in a rig, offshore or onshore, what kind of courses he needs to attend. And the last but not the least, the training matrix. In this session, we will learn what is training matrix and what are the elements which are maintained in a training matrix table and what the training courses are generally mentioned in the training matrix and some key points as well about the training matrix and the training. So let's start our today's session. Yeah, as I said that our first element for this session is organizational structure in rig and their functions. So in this table, in this diagram, in this picture, we will see the different posts in the rig, the senior position. There are most senior positions also above the rig manager. For example, the country manager. Okay, so but at the rig site who are present the organizational structure, we will learn that the most senior person at the rig site is the rig manager, or in offshore we can have OIM. OIM stands for Offshore Installation Manager. Then tool pusher. Tool pusher is also said TP in short form, and the NTP stands for the night tool pusher. Night tool pusher is assigned in the night shift, and the tool pusher is more experienced than NTP. Then there is a position that is rig safety officer, and somewhere it is said RSTC, rig safety training coordinator, and somewhere RSTO, rig safety training officer, somewhere rig HSC coordinator, the same position. And the medic, this is a rig medic. And in our next sessions or next slides, we will see the job description in brief of each position. So this is the operation sequence. Below the tool pusher or NTP, there is a driller. Below the driller, assistant driller, and below the assistant driller, these all positions are in the sequence, most senior to the junior in operation. Driller after assistant driller. Assistant driller is said AD in short form. Then derrick man, and lower position than derrick man is floor man. Floor man is also said floor hand or roughneck. And the last position, the most junior position in this sequence is rustabout. Rustabout just like a handyman or helper in the rig. And here is a crane operator and forklift operator. And this position here we are seeing, this is a material man or rig storekeeper. This person is responsible for all the material related transactions. And if we come here, this is the chief mechanic, and below the chief mechanic there is, sorry, chief electrician, and below the chief electrician this is electrician. And now in this sequence we have chief mechanic, and below the chief mechanic there is a mechanic. Or for your knowledge, I want to say that in some rigs, as according to the management, if management decides that in the sequence, the chief mechanic and then mechanic, they decide that they need some mechanical helper, so they hire some mechanical helper as well, and those position will come, that position will come below the mechanical helper, in somewhere also the electrical helper. But generally, the standard organizational structure is like this. Okay. In very less rigs, there are positions for the rig electrical helper or mechanical helper. Okay. This is the standard structure in the rig. And then is a welder. Now we will go for our next slide. So we will start with the rig manager or OIM. What are their responsibilities? Here I try to mention their responsibilities in brief, in short, but in the rig, they all have a lot of responsibilities as per the operation, as per the requirement, as per the demand. But here I try to mention the brief description so that all you can have an idea what are their roles and responsibilities at the rig site. The rig manager is the company's representative who is responsible for the day-to-day drilling operations ongoing on the drilling rig. He's in charge of rig and all operations. He has to ensure that the all operations are being done safely and efficiently. Then to ensure the preventive maintenance of all the machineries and equipment, and maintain the good housekeeping and the repairs of the rig and its critical equipment. Then provide visible leadership, and he's the most senior leader in the rig site. So he should be a good role model for the safety, and he has to make all his possible efforts for the implementation of safety standard and rules at the rig site. Then the proper planning and ongoing operations for the rig moves. For example, if there is a rig move in the rig, and he has to plan all the things, he has to coordinate, communicate with the rig move company. He has to make arrangements for the handover or takeover, and he has to attend the meetings with the client, so that for the route survey, checklist, for the pre-rig move meeting, and all these gathering all the important documentations which has to be furnished by the rig contractor to the client at the time of the rig move. Those are for example, those can be the critical load data sheet. There should be the JSA for all the operations, and he has to ensure that all the equipments which will be used at the rig move, that all have their daily inspection checklist. If that is crane and forklift, this should have the operators should have the third party certification, and the crane which will be used, that crane should have the third party fitness certificate. And likewise, he has to make all the arrangements for the rig move. For example, if there is a third party activities has to be done at the rig site, for example, the well testing, the hydraulic fracturing, or we can say that the multiple activities are there. If there is a radiation kind of work is there, if the third party is coming to check all their certifications of their equipments, and all the vehicles checklist, daily checklist, and third party is inspection certificate of their equipments. So the rig manager or OIM has a lot of responsibilities for the safe and efficient operation at the rig site. And the next is the tool pusher. The tool pusher, as I said earlier, that tool pusher comes below the rig manager or OIM. The tool pusher is in charge of all operations, provide the drillers and crew members help and guidance as needed, and make sure the jobs being performed or carried out as safely and efficiently as possible. Participate and be involved in all the safety meetings and drills, and all the drills which are conducted in the rig site. For example, the BOP drills, fire drill, H2S drill, pit drill, trip drill, and man-down injury drill, H2S rescue drill, H2S release drill. So all kind of drills he has to be present at the drill site, and the assist rig manager in the planning and preparation of upcoming jobs in the rig. For example, the rig move. Because rig move, I'm mentioning the rig move because the rig move is a very hazardous and hectic job at the rig site, because you have to disassemble all your equipment. You have to move your rig to the new well location, and in this and again you have to set up or rig up all your rig and associated equipments and the substructure. And in this activity there is a lot of lifting related, okay, and there might be the drops, object hazard, there might be the slip trip hazard, there is a chemical transportation, there is the lifting is the most dangerous in all the cycle of the rig move, because rig move is not on the rig move. Rig move is complete only when there is a rig down, then the rig move and the rig up. These the three actions, the three activities completes the rig move. Okay, so that's why the rig move is a very dangerous and hazardous as well as hectic operation in the rig. And in the previous days, or in the case studies, there are many case studies which has a lot of fatalities even, or accidents due to the improper way of the working in during the rig move. So that's why the rig move is a very hazardous. So that's why all the personnel, or especially the safety professional, has to pay special heed during the rig move. And one more hazard, actually, the third party company, the rig move company comes there. So they are not well aware with your company policy, and they don't know more about the rig operations actually, and the rig operation related hazards. Okay, so that's why to manage them, to explain the hazards in every day in the morning, the rig move day with them, share all the HSE related details with them and data for their good comprehension related to the safe work practices. And then special services, there is, as I said earlier, the well test, and hydraulic fracturing, and these are the activities also by the third party. Sometimes the third party company comes for their installation or calibration for the cascade system, or installation of if there is a new recommissioning, so the third party come for the installation of the H2S detection system at the rig side, and alarms and detectors, all the living quarters, all the cabins, and all the offices as well. If there is a client audit, the pre-spud preparations before, if for example we have moved the rig to the new location, and before starting the drilling, the rig contractor has to do the pre-spud first. So there are a lot of things from operation side, from as well as from the safety side, to prepare all the things before spud. So the pre-spud preparations ensure all the safety related things have been, or elements or devices have been installed in and tested already. And all the room has the H2S detectors and smoke detectors. All the places have the fire extinguisher. There is a fire pump there. There is emergency evacuation system over there. There is a diagram in all the cabins which mentioning the where is the fire extinguisher located, where is the smoking area, and where is the muster point, what is the emergency exit route actually. So all these arrangements has to be done before starting the drilling. So these all things are done in the pre-spud. So ensure the availability of OEM, and OEM stands for original equipment manufacturer. certificate at the rig site. There are all the equipments and machineries that should have the OEM certificate, and maintaining all third-party certificates for the inspections of the site, and the Cat 3, Cat 4 inspections are done. Their certificates are available at the site. So the tool pusher has a lot of burden at the rig site. He has to accomplish a lot of responsibilities. And then rig safety officer to assist the rig manager in ensuring compliance with all company HSE policies and procedures, ensuring the compliance of HSE standard and HSE procedure at the rig site, conduct audits and rig site inspections to ensure compliance with the standard, conduct HSE induction and in-house safety training for the new rig crew, and HSE induction for the new rig crew, HSE induction for the visitors, HSE induction for the third party employees, special services, and maintain the training matrix. Then ensure the safe rig move, and all inspection done on the time and recorded, and maintaining all HSE related documents and registers at the rig site. And if you want to learn more about the rig safety officer job responsibilities, their duties and responsibilities, you can go to this link. You can copy this link and type in Google or YouTube. You can have a very good and comprehensive video that is especially for the rig safety officer responsibilities, what a rig safety officer does every day at the rig site. Now the rig medic is responsible for all the health related issues. If there is any injury at the rig site with the rig crew, if there is medical abnormalities with the rig crews, so the rig medic has to take care of that. So we can have some job responsibilities of the rig medic here. Now it's a driller. So the driller has the responsibility to see and monitor the drilling controls, associated gauges, and drill floor. And he is also responsible for the hoisting operation. Driller is direct supervisor of the floorman and responsible for hoisting operations, drilling operations, and monitor the well condition or at all time, the well depth and the mud weight and weight and bit, and lead by example, enforce and encourage his crew in the stop process and implementation. There is a stop cut system at the rig site or other work areas as well. I will discuss later about the stop cut. Plan and organize work for the drill crew. Plays an active part in weekly safety meetings, daily pre-tour safety meeting, and toolbox meetings. Actually, the pre-tour meeting and the toolbox meeting is the same thing. Responsible for the short service employee program, coaching and mentoring of the new people in his crew. Read, understand, and comment on the well program. Responsible for the drops procedure to be carried out. Drops inspection schedule is weekly, monthly after any jarring operation, severe weather condition, high vibration operation, and pre-spud after rig up and annual third party. And also this monthly inspection of the drop object will be done by the rig crew, and his signature will be a name and signature will be that inspection checklist, and it will be verified or reviewed by the senior person, for example the tool pusher or the rig manager, reviewed by the tool pusher or rig manager. But this annual drop inspection will be done by the third party, sending daily drilling report, that is in short DDR, daily drilling report, to the rig manager or the client company man. Assistant driller is just below from the driller. The assistant driller is responsible and accountable for the safe and efficient operations on the drill floor. He is responsible for ensuring the safety of the drill crew and all support personnel, ensuring the proper care and maintenance of the equipment and the drilling floor, as well as maintaining productivity to ensure that the drilling operations occur in a smooth, efficient, and safe manner. He is responsible for the compliance to company policy, company safety guidelines. Assistant driller assists the driller, and the assistant driller assists the driller in the operation of the draw works, mud pumps, and rotating equipments, and in the supervision of the drilling crew. Assist driller for the rig move, check that the loads are firmly secured, assist in maintenance and repair of drilling equipment, including the pumps, rotary, swivel, and other drill floor equipment. The assistant driller supervises and coordinates the activities of the drilling crew to ensure the efficient drilling operations under the supervision of the driller and tool pusher. Assist driller in other drilling operations, prepare BHA and other tubular on deck, and sometimes the assistant driller has to relieve the driller. Derrick man is a person who stands at the top on the monkey board, and his responsibility is to handle the pipe and also assist the engineer in the mud processing related activities, and inform AD or driller for any incidents, potential hazards, or abnormal situations. Derrick man must keep an eye on main elevators, top drive, and block movements, remove any unnecessary tools or any other equipments or any trashes or garbage from the belly board to avoid any drops potential. If there is any small tools is there, drops the potential hazard. And he also ensure that he is wearing all the required PPE at all the time. Ensure the effective communication and coordination between the driller and the floorman when handling the tubulars in the derrick. If I will explain more about the responsibilities and the details, the video will be extremely long. So if anyone needs the complete job description or his responsibilities, if he will comment, and I will try to upload that video. The floorman is also said the floor hand, the roughneck. They have a lot of physical and hectic job at the rig floor, and the job of the floorman is to safely and efficiently perform all manual labor tasks on the drilling floor and BOP area. The floor hand works under the direction and supervision of the driller, and operating of the tongs and slips to connect or disconnect the drill pipe, tubulars, casing, and the drill bits or the tools, performing all maintenance of the equipment and physical space of the drill floor, and performing housekeeping activities on the drill floor. When trained, relieve the derrick man in the derrick. Rustabout, as I said, he's the handyman, or is the labor at the rig side. He's the very extremely entry level job in the rig. The many senior person, even the tool pusher, they had started the career as a rustabout, but with their continuous learning and continuous working in the rig, and their education, their experience, their ability, after a couple of years, they got promoted to the next level, and now they are tool pusher. So this is the reality, this is the practical thing what I saw in the rig side. That's why I explained to you. Rustabout is to safely and effectively perform all manual labor tasks throughout the rig, assist the crane operator with the offloading and backloading of the supply vessels, performs housekeeping activities on the rig, including the washing, keeping, and painting, assist the derrick man within the mud pit and mud pump and chemical sack rooms. When trained, relieves the floorman, performs the simple maintenance and repairs to the plumbing and sewer system. And at the time of the rig move, they have a lot of physical tasks for the disassembling all the equipments, helping to the derrick man, helping to the assistant driller, and to load the fire extinguishers, and they have to again arrange all the office related stationaries. I mean the tables, computers, the screens. They have a lot of activity, physical activity at the rig side in the daily basis, and as well as and the rig move also. The chief electrician is responsible for all the electrical related activities at the rig site, conduct the visual and where possible functional inspection of the equipment, understand the load to and permit to works procedure, to carry out unscheduled repairs to the electrical equipment at rig sites and camp, responsible for the installation, maintenance and repair of all electrical equipment on board the rig, SCR and generators, electrical appliances in kitchen, camp rooms. There is electrical systems and all the electrical boards, the electrical wirings, the AC, and their gauge system, the lights, and ensure the electrical installation and the equipment is in accordance with the regulations. Chief mechanic is to ensure that all operation of the machinery and mechanical equipment is carried out in a safe manner and in accordance with the manufacturer's specifications, and maintenance and repair of rig equipment, hydraulic equipment and diesel equipment, installing and maintaining engines, hydraulic motors, pumps, compressors and miscellaneous mechanical devices. The mud pump, there is a mud pump, there is a shell shaker, there can be the desilter, fire water pump to refill the scabas, to maintain all machinery and mechanical equipment on the rig and camp in accordance with the plant maintenance system and to manufacturer specifications. So maintain a preventive maintenance schedule for all mechanical equipment, ensure an adequate amount of tools and spare parts are available, and as needed submit requisitions to the tool pusher or purchasing manager for approval, understand and compliance LOTO and PDW. Rig welder is responsible for all the fabrication, the welding and cutting related activities. The rig welder. The crane operator is responsible for all the lifting, related operations at the rig site. The crane operator has to maintain and do the daily crane operational inspection checklist, and he has to keep in his cabin for any time the rig HSC or client HSC come, and he can ask about that. And one thing here I want to share, that the inspection checklist which is filled every day by the crane operator before starting the crane, starting the crane in the pre-tour, that inspection checklist will be maintained at the rig HSC office for 3 months for the inspection purpose. The forklift operator is responsible for the transfer or movement of the load and unload the if that is onshore rig, the unload the trucks and trailers, and if that is offshore, there is a barge. In barge, he's moving the material, and if there is a offshore company, there is they have a yard on onshore. There the forklift is moving and moving the materials from one place to another place, and he also has to take care that the load should not exceed from the SWL of that particular forklift, and doing the daily operational checklist of the forklift. Material man. So the material man is responsible for the managing and overseeing all the functions of the warehouse and ensuring smooth operations of all activities. Follow the rig manager and tool pusher instructions and responsible for all information about the consumable materials, tools, equipments, and spare parts at rig site, receiving materials from external and internal sources, take physical inventory of materials, tally the system stock with the physical stock, issuance of materials against the presentation of authorized material requisition, preparing material request to the procurement department so that adequate stock could be maintained in the store, maintain good housekeeping in the store, and he has to ensure that the pens have been kept in the assigned locker, and there is a label in that locker, and ensure that all the chemicals have been stored, and there is MSTS available, and there is fire extinguisher there. There should not be electrical boards nearby the storage of the chemical, or the high voltage bulb there. In the chemical storage area, there should be an explosion proof light over there, and there should be a fire extinguisher nearby. So these are all the responsibilities for the rig material person, rig material man. If again I am telling you, if anybody will have a need for a complete and more descriptive nature of job of any position in the rig, he can comment me, and I will try to make and upload the video of that job position on the rig. Now we have the second topic, that is rig crew training requirements. So the BOSIT should be OP2 approved for offshore. The H2S for offshore, OP2 approved. The H2S is for 1 day training, that should be approved by OP2, and this BOSIT is 3 days training, that should be approved by the OP2, and IAD is rig pass, and H2S this onshore, this should not be approved by the OP2. Then site HSE orientation, this is done by the company after your employment. The rig medic, if anybody is trying for the rig medic, he should be qualified, licensed paramedic and certified medic, and well control certificate. All the tool pusher, night tool pusher, driller, and AD should have the well control IWCF or IADC affiliated institute well control certificate. Welder should be certified and competent by third party. The crane operator should be certified by the third party. Forklift operator should be certified by the third party, and he should be competent. And AGT, the gas tester, if anybody is applying for the safety officer of and their operation, the rig operation is in the H2S zone, and there the concentration of H2S is very high. In that time, some company asked the safety officer should have the AGT also, authorized gas tester. And after the employment, the company conduct this AGT courses to the many people, because as per the standard, there should be at least 2 gas testers in every crew, in every tour. In every tour means the 12-hour shift. So in every tour, there should be at least 2 AGT. The next, the training matrix. This is our the third and the last element of this session, the training matrix. What is the training matrix? Here I try to present or try to furnish the very comprehensive and easy definition and its details about the training matrix. If you will watch the video and make your notes carefully, I believe that you will have a very good knowledge related to these all topics, and you will understand what the training matrix is and other things what I explained earlier. So the training matrix is a table to provide the information and expectations regarding the minimum training requirements for the different position at the company. The company has established the training requirements by position. By position means every position some trainings are common and mandatory for every position, and some trainings are the position related only. Okay, and some trainings are just for awareness. So the requirements by position in order to set the standard for minimum qualification and skills required to perform each role. Each lists the training categories, means the required training, awareness training, mandatory training, and identifies which individual or roles, it means the position, is responsible for completing each training and his certificate validity. And what are the different elements are in the, I mean, the fields or elements which are maintained in the training matrix? There are the employee's name, and also the well site location, and the rig name, and employee ID, his designation, the validity years or the frequency. It means the training, what he is doing or he has done, what is the validity for that. For example, the validity is 2 years. It means after 2 years, his, for example, the well control certificate, is valid for 2 years. So if anybody, for example, the driller does this training, the well control IWCF well control certificate, so this certification is valid for 2 years. So after 2 years, this certificate will be invalid or expired, so he will have to attend the training again. So this is for that, the frequency and the validity. What is the validity of that training? And the training courses, mean what training is that? Is BOSET. That is the BOSET is actually not maintained in the training matrix. For example, IADC, rig pass, inspection, behavior based safety, and LOTO, and permit to work system, drops, survey, inspection. This kind of these are comes in the training courses. So, okay, these are the training courses. And now again, what I said earlier, some trainings are awareness training. That is awareness training. That is not mandatory for everyone, but awareness training is to increase the information related to that subject. So that is awareness training. Some trainings are mandatory, that everyone has to do that. That training is mandatory. Without that training, you cannot work at the rig site. For example, without H2S training, okay, you cannot work at the rig site. You should have the H2S training to work in a rig site. Not applicable, not required. Some trainings are not applicable, not required actually, to everyone. If it is done to some positions only. This is the training topics which are maintained in the training matrix. If you will go to the rig and you will work, you should have idea that what are the trainings which are maintained in the training matrix. So the number one is I8 is rig pass, drop objects, prevention and mitigation controls, contractor HSC MS procedures and HSC plan, rig HSC inspection, PTW, lockout and tag out, hands and finger safety, fall protection and working at heights, hazard identification, hazard communication, JSA, TRA, task risk assessment, and hazardous material, safety leadership and skills, occupational health and environmental awareness, behavior-based safety, stop card system or equivalent to stop card system, defensive driving and journey management. This defensive driving training is mandatory for all the drivers and all other persons who drive the vehicle at the rig site, at the rig. Incident reporting, investigation, and root cause analysis. And the next is emergency response plan, the AGT, authorized gas tester, explosive ordnance, basic firefighting training, electrical safety, confined space entry and rescue, radiation safety, H2S safety, first aid, CPR, stuck pipe prevention if applicable, rig and equipment, uh, rig and equipment inspection, maintenance for the concerned equipment, crane forklift manlift operator competency and certification. And this manlift is also said the genie in the rigs. Then IADC well cap introductory, IADC or IWCF driller. This is IADC, IWCF supervisory, well control equipment inspection and maintenance, top drive operations inspections and maintenance if applicable, driller cyber control operation maintenance if applicable, automated and EDS draw works operations maintenance if applicable, operational procedures and safe operating practices, company and client country induction, ergonomics, rigging and lifting techniques, banksman and slinger training. Training requirement compliance. Why these trainings are conducted by the company? What is the reason for that? And according to my belief and experience, the management is responsible for conducting and arranging the trainings for the crew so that the crew has a good understanding of the workplace hazards, and they are well aware, and they have knowledge and skill to mitigate and manage the risk in their work area, and they apply the safe control measures in their operations at the daily basis at the rig site. So this is telling the training requirement compliance. Why the trainings are conducted? It means the number one, the purpose of this procedure is to establish the systematic process of enhancing HSC knowledge. The training enhances the HSC knowledge, gaining HSC skill and competence. It also increases the competency, also increase the HSC skills, raising the HSC behavior of individual and groups, and updating oneself and group. And this training updates and improves someone's skills and efficiency related to HSC. They can be in a position to identify their work hazard, and they can mend and upgrade their behavior, and they can make a good safety culture at the workplace. Number two, to fulfill the client's requirements, the objective of the training is understanding and controlling hazards and mitigating risk, rig country specific requirements. It might be the country demand that you have to conduct this training program to your workforce, industry best practices. Yeah, we have some key points here. HSC training matrix for drilling operation and exploration shall be developed by the rig op contractor, approved by the client, and again to be reviewed in every 3 years and approved by the client HSC. The current and updated training matrix report should be sent to the client HSC advisor or client HSC supervisor monthly basis. The employee should keep copy of the training certification in his possession at all times. Employee may be required to produce their certification at any time, any given time, at the client site visit, client HSC site inspection or audit purposes. It means the rig crew, what the training they are getting, they have their certificate of that training also, and that certificate should be present at the rig site. Or it is generally, it is practically, it is kept in the rig HSC training room, rig HSC office. Rig HSC officer or trainer or RSTC. RSTC stands for Rig Safety Training Coordinator, has to make sure that documentation is acquired from the employees as proof of completion of the required training, employee training attendance sheet signature. It means when the person, the rig safety officer or rig trainer, HSC trainer, is conducting the training, he has to check the attendee's signature, and he has to maintain that piece of paper or in his record for the future inspection and audit purpose. The HSE officer or trainer at RSTC must maintain training information in the employee training filing system as well as in the electronic training tracking system. Now we have here some abbreviations. OPTO stands for Offshore Petroleum Industry Training Organization. BOSET is Basic Offshore Safety Induction and Emergency Training. MODU, Mobile Offshore Drilling Unit. HUET, Helicopter Underwater Escape Training. CBT, Computer Based Training. SIMOPS, Simultaneous Operations. IADC, International Association of Drilling Contractors. IWCF, International Well Control Forum. Awareness. Here we have some very small definition of this all terminology. Awareness, having knowledge of HSC from having observed it or been told about it. Typically and ideally, a duration of a single topic awareness session does not exceed 4 hours. HSC behavior, the characteristic temperament, but not limited to the perception, attitude, etc., and associated actions and words of a person or group, and the way in which an individual or group responds to a specific set of health, safety, and environment conditions, or that exhibited by those engaged in an HSC activity. Skill. What is a skill? Proficiency, facility, or dexterity that is acquired or developed through training or experience. Skill. HSC passport, training passport. It is a small pocket booklet that shows the employee has attended what topic of HSC training and when he attended the training. So thank you very much for giving your precious time. This video is lengthy, but this is some details which is very important to learn for becoming a rig safety officer. Thank you very much. Please subscribe my channel and share with your friends, with your groups. Thank you very much.